We don't have a Mississippi River program for the country. We have a Missouri River program, Chesapeake Bay, Great Lakes, Gulf of Mexico, even the Columbia River in the Pacific Northwest has its own federal program. The most critical river on Earth has no federal program. And clearly, by mission of action, if it's the most critical river on Earth, it's obviously the most critical river to our country. Also, we don't have any program to assist it. We need to enact that.
We want to send a message to the next president of the United States of America, whoever that president may be, and guide them on the work that is vital for the next administration to address that will help support our efforts at MRCTI.
My name is Hollis Winstead, representing the city of Brooklyn Park. We're also asking the president, the future president, to please work with us to enact a federal Mississippi River program through which we can deploy infrastructure spending at a multi-state scale. So many of the nation's important ecological assets have their own programs, such as the Great Lakes, Chesapeake Bay, Columbia River, Missouri River, and Gulf of Mexico. The Mississippi River, however, has only a disparate smattering of programs and projects that only cover portions of the corridor. Any asset that provides our nation 1.5 million jobs, 500 billion in revenue, and our only trade surplus deserves protection. Nearly 1 trillion in products floats on the Mississippi past the St. Louis Arch every year, drought conditions permitting. So this is not only a program that is important to the Mississippi River region, but also to our nation's economic health as well.
What I would like to see done by the federal government is to invest big into the Mississippi to ensure that it is safe and protected from salt intrusion. We were front and center with this issue. Salt erodes our infrastructure. And of course, our infrastructure is something that protects us from any, not only weather events, but again, our ability to move commerce, our ability to fuse to our economy. We're a port city, but what it means for us to be sustainable, like we have to ensure when the salt intruded into the Mississippi, we had to make sure that other cities like New Orleans had to step up to help our neighboring cities and our neighboring parishes like Plaquemine to protect itself. So we're here understanding that in the spirit of partnership is the only way that we can grow. But the federal government is what we need mostly in terms of its investment, because it can solve this problem now and for the future. And that's what we're asking. And we know that there's work being done right now. The SEAL, the Army Corps of Engineers, they're working tirelessly right now. But we also know that there's a permanent solution that can be phased in, and that's what we're advocating for.
We talk about what the next president can do. They can make sure that Middle America is not only the main stem of conversation when you talk about infrastructure, economic development, workforce development, youth development. If we begin to deploy federal resources and maximize the local visions of these communities on the Mississippi River, not only will we better water quality, the freshwater biodiversity for our plants and animals, but also we will continue to do local good for the global community.
We would like to see the river continue to be protected, especially in terms of water quality, and also making sure the Army Corps of Engineers does more and more to dredge the river properly to help control low water conditions.